And when she told me that, I was like, Stankonia Studios, like the song Stankonia, like Outcast Stankonia. And she was like, well, it's their studio, so yeah. What's up, dudes? I'm sitting in my car right now. I just ran a couple of errands. I haven't uploaded anything in about a month or so, and that's because, well, for a little while I was busy with the play, and then I kind of injured myself during the play and hurt my back, and it's been quite an uphill battle with that ever since. My hair's messy and whatnot. You have to forgive me. But before that happened, I booked something that was really interesting. I'm going to be on TV tomorrow. I'd gone with a buddy of mine to Atlanta to do a show. We rode up there together. And while we were there, I got an email from my agent saying that they wanted me to be in what I thought was a TV show. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I think it was Wednesday that we were there, and it filmed on Friday. And I was like, well, it doesn't make sense to try to drive home on Thursday, pick up my car, drive all the way back just to be there on Friday. So I just stayed with a friend and Ubered to set. Before I got to set, production started to contact me, and they told me my call time was 3 in the afternoon or something. I was like, cool. Then I don't have to, wake up super early. A lot of these call times are 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 5 a.m., sometimes 4. In the morning, just so that way they can get everything set up, and when the sun comes up, they're ready to start shooting. And anyway, I got a call from production at about, I don't know, maybe noon, 1 in the afternoon, and they were like, hey, we're changing where you're going to be going. The address we gave you was to Swirl Studios, who was producing the movie. It turns out it's a movie. Instead, we're going to have you go to Stankonia Studios. And when she told me that, I was like, Stankonia Studios, like the song Stankonia? Like Outcast Stankonia? And she was like, well, it's their studio, so yeah. And I was like, well, hold on. Does that mean there's photos of Andre 3000 on the wall and platinum records and stuff like that? She's like, yeah, and Big Boi. And he's also in the movie. And I was like, hold on, Big Boi? Big Boi's in the movie? Is he going to be there? Do I get to meet him? She's like, no, he's not going to be there. He's filming somewhere else. I was like, oh. I mean, that's still cool. That's still cool as hell. I get to walk around just to be there. The kind of stuff that's filmed there is insane. Well, not filmed, but so, at any rate, I start losing my mind. I'm like, this is insane. So, I get an Uber to the set, and it's a nondescript building. There's no signs outside that say Stankonia Studios, nothing like that. It's just a brick building, and I'm like, is this the right place? I don't know. It's the right address. So I walk up, knock on the door, they buzz me in. The moment you walk in, it's very evident that you're in the right place. The moment the door opens, there's platinum records all over the wall. There's pictures of Andre 3000 and Big Boi, and there's a Goody Mob gold record on the wall. There's literally everything you could possibly imagine plastered everywhere. And I feel like I'm holding it together, but I don't think I think I'm the only one who thought that. I was just losing my mind. Oh my God, look, what? Oh, look, just losing my mind. I was like, can I take a picture of the records? And she was like, ask him. Now, I turn around, and there's another gentleman sitting there. I wish I'd have asked who he was. I didn't recognize him, but there were clearly several artists that were just walking around there that I didn't personally know who they were, but everyone else did. And he was like, yeah, man, go ahead. And so I took photos, and I was like, I was losing my goddamn mind. So afterwards, she's like, hey, if you want to fill out some paperwork, you go sit by the bar. So I walk through the studio, which is like there's like a hallway, and there's like recording studios on either side. There's like a break room kind of thing that they're using for wardrobe. Uh, I get through the place. It ends in this bar area. There's like a full on bar with chairs and everything, completely stocked. I assume. I mean, you can see bottles everywhere. The bar was sponsored by, I want to say it was Tito's Vodka. There's bottles all over the place for who they're sponsored by, and then there's like, you know, tables and chairs, like some high tops, some low tops. There's like leather chairs all over. They have this like VIP looking area that's like a cutout into the wall. That's like a circular thing that people can sit at. They've got a swing. Mind you, it's like the ceiling is like 2 stories high. Connecting all the way to the ceiling coming down is a swing with a polar bear sitting on it, which absolutely amazing. That thing was so cool to see. There's a grand piano in there. There's pictures on the wall of like Andre 3000 and Big Boi, like posing with just women everywhere and whatnot. It's amazing. They bring in barbecue. We have barbecue. This was towards the end of the shoot for the movie. They were just getting some pickup scenes, and they hired me to come in and be like a small role in this one scene. At some point, we ended up clowning on each other and making fun of each other and just laughing and having a good old time. Dude, it felt like, I don't know, man, it felt like family. It felt like we were sitting there at a barbecue. Dude, it was so amazing to sit there, even though, like, I mean, I waited for several hours before we filmed my scene. Big Boi came in. Big Boi was shooting a scene in the other room, which is why I was waiting. We're all laughing, clowning with each other. At the end of one of the scenes, for whatever reason, Big Boi walked through the door into where we were, and like my jaw dropped. And I was like, and I look at the people with me, and they're like, "Yeah, that's him." And I'm like, "What the fuck? That's him." And they thought that was the funniest thing ever to see me go like, "Oh, that's Big Boi." Like, man, they I want to say it was when I was in college. My buddy Dustin gave me all of his MP3s. It's back when like Napster was a thing, or towards the end of when Napster was. At any rate, gave me all his MP3s, and he introduced me to Outkast, and I was instantly like, these guys are awesome. Like, they got great melody. Like, it was nothing like I had ever heard before, and instantly hooked. Miss Jackson, still to this day, one of my favorite songs. So, like, to see Big Boi walk out suddenly, like, I wasn't expecting him to walk out, you know? And I lose my mind. They think this is the funniest thing ever. So they're, like, laughing at me. As we're sitting there, they finish his scene. He raps, and, well, I mean, he doesn't drop a rap. Rapping is a term meaning that he's done shooting. So everyone applauds for him, and there's a woman there that I thought was his wife. I think it's his. They said it was his manager. She was talking to us. I guess he's got pet owls. Who knew Big Boi collected owls? He's got an owl named Hootie. Like, Hootie Hoo! Like, an owl named ridiculous. Amazing. So I asked her, I'm like, hey, is it cool if I get a photo with him? Like, I know normally you're not really supposed to get photos with people like that on set, but I was like, you know, we're all hanging out together. I figured it'd be cool. She was like, yeah, absolutely, go ahead. And then immediately the director calls me to set, and I'm like, all right, I guess I can't. So I just go straight to set, and before they leave, she brings Big Boi onto set, like, walks through the scene before they, like, the director's giving me notes and whatnot. She walks over and goes, hey, did you want to get a photo with Big Boi before he leaves. And I look at the director, I'm like, is that okay? He's like, yeah, absolutely, man. It's Big Boi. Get a photo with Big Boi. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I go over and I get a photo, and I don't notice it until after, I think it's after I leave. You can see all the people came to like look through the window and see me get a photo of Big Boi. They're laughing their asses off. Like, I mean, I was not gonna lie, fangirling out a little bit. I mean, fanboying, whatever. Like, I was losing my mind because Big Boi. Like, come on, man. It's like a legend. But they thought that was the funniest thing to see me freaking out. I gotta say, one of my more fun experiences on a set. Like, I mean, everyone seemed inviting. Like, there was one dude that was like making fun of me, and I was making fun of him. And, dude, man, we just had so much fun, you know? It literally felt like a family barbecue. It was, oh man, I was having a blast. I had such a blast on that set. But at any rate, the movie comes out tomorrow. I want to say it's like 8 o'clock Eastern on the One Network. It's called The Bobby DeBarge Story. So if you want to see me on TV, go ahead and watch it. I play a sound engineer in a scene where I have to have like a heart-to-heart with Bobby, and tell him he needs to get his act together, basically. But at any rate, hope you guys dig it. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I'm trying to put out more. I'm sorry I was inconsistent. Couldn't do it while I was injured, but almost over it. So I'll be uploading more. I'll see you guys a little later.